dishing out the damage. Instead of the Hanzo, they go Lancelot. I think that's much better. Also, there's a way for you to dodge like the Blazing Duet. Imagine if you time your Thorn Throws so well, you'll be able to stop, or at least get away from the range of the Blazing Duet. It's a nifty tool to have. Also, a lot of burst, even against the Wolf, Koopa. Not the best against Jawhead and Grok though, but we'll see how they will utilize this Lancelot. So it's my nature to kind of side on Geek Fam now, there's the draft, because it looks easier to execute, to say the least.
Yeah, and easier is more often than not the best way to pick up a good fight. And now, what are the ways that SMG would be able to meet up this win condition? Because they're going to be focusing a lot on Lancelot going online, and they're going to be focusing a lot of their resources as well, trying to catch this Claude diving in.
Yeah, I think what they need to do is definitely make sure that this Kadita will not die, and there's good communication on their side on when to go for the kills. Also, there's a decision that they have to make. Do they need to be overly aggressive to stop the farming of this Claude? That's one thing that you can approach it. Or try to head-on fight against the Claude in the mid-game. Because obviously Lancelot will have a better time compared to the Claude in the mid-game. Maybe they can utilize that timing for them to try to stop the further farm into the late game of the Claude. But this is a team that's a very strong. Zorn. If you've been watching a lot of Southeast Asian Mobile Legends, you know this name a lot.
And Zorn will be the key player here for Geek Fam nonetheless. And that's going to be the defense of a lifetime. Very effective core player this Zorn is. Bit of a scuffle there for the Litho Wanderer, and they're going to be backing off. It is going to be secured by Smooth, though.
Yeah.
Over at the top side, Raisha and Dominus will be playing it safe. It is going to be a Kaja side lane. And this Sonic Mali-chan combination, though, with the Kadita and the Atlas, can really be a problem if left untouched. And I don't think Geek Fam would allow that to happen, though.
Yeah. So this Kadita is a quote-unquote support. I don't know if that's the proper nomenclature for it. And SilentX. Estimate nice figure away from Arts, but he's surrounded on all sides. No way to escape. Maybe get the kill on Neo-chan, but that's not gonna happen. Okay, taking their time. And honestly, he did all he could for the bottom lane push. All right. Now I want to go back. So this is a core Kaja. I mean, say that this Kaja started from the bottom side, but I think no. He started top lane, I mean. And then Sonic, this is quote-unquote, again, quote-unquote support Kadita. Although very farm now because he was able to clear a minion wave in the middle. This still is dependent on providing utility for the team. And they can really easily juggle the stuns. You can see they also have the damage. So this is, I'd say, this is a purpose-driven lineup. I know it's funny. I mean, everybody has its own purpose. So that's what I'm trying to say.
Everybody has their own purpose. And this, I mean, the purpose of this tournament is to prove who is the best in the region. And they are going to be gutting out for the Alliance share of the $10,000 prize pool that we have available in the Mytel International Championship. And really, the slot into the playoffs is what they need here. And SMG will make sure that they meet all their win conditions here. Focus on Lancelot meeting his power spikes way ahead of this Claude. And as I say that, there goes a wild charge onto Mali-chan, securing the kill. Nice Gorgeous barrier, forcing Smooth out of there. Neo-chan as well. They're going to be backing off. Zorn hot on the tracks, goes for the Blazing Duet, but the HPs are dropping low. There goes the Thorn Bros. Dishing out a lot of damage out to Dominus, but not really able to secure a kill there as Geek Fam decides to back off and secure this turtle.
Again, the easier lineup, almost always easier to execute in the team fight. You see, even just the wild charge well placed as well as a Guardian's Barrier was more than enough. They didn't even needed those big ticket studs. No Nominal Blast, no Divine Judgment, no Minoan Fury whatsoever, but even just a well-placed Guardian Spire is already as good as its predecessors. But anyway, they will take down the Jawhead. Third death of the Joy, the only one that's dying on the side. But Dominus, the punish onto the backlines. Falling Starman gonna be committed, and will be able to facilitate for a kill onto that Atlas. And again, another Guardian's Barrier style. Raisia forced to use the dash just to get away. And all in all, the recovery from Geek Fam side, it's so well done.
Very well done indeed. And it's a relatively even game for both of these teams. EXP, though, is leaning towards the side of Geek Fam, but it's 4 minutes into the game, and they're slowly racking up the leads here. They do manage to alleviate a lot of pressure there in the top lane. It's going to be a play for the Turtle, and they're going to be securing this bottom lane turret. Raisha down to half HP. Malichan's going to get spotted out here by 5 members of this Geek Fam squad. And no
Whoa.
Fatal Link's going to be committed there.
Oh, Neo-chan actually going to be punished by that Purify. Even after the initiation, then they'll take him down. Fatal Link is going to be incoming, but only onto 2. Rumpel able to run away. And there's the Blazing Do It! On the kill on the Kadita. They take down the Atlas as well. Raisia tried to run away, but he cannot escape. Or can he be able to use the Flicker? But it goes the Falling Starman. Well placed. Just at the right at the edge of the Falling Starman, as Thornrow is going to be able to shut down the 2 members. Actually, with a double kill. It's going to be duly punished by Geek Fam. So that's effectively a wipe in exchange for 2 members of Geek Fam. And obviously, you're going to take that trade anytime today if you're a Geek Fam. Now, get another purple buff steal. This time on the COD. So that's really good for the team as well.
And we're going to be seeing a very big lead here by Geek Fam. It's a 3,000 gold lead leading in towards the turret take and the eventual turtle take. At the same time, Geek Fam looking for an opening. SMG will be backing off, but slowly but surely, Smooth is getting his win. He's slowly going to his win condition. He has a retribution in order to attempt to steal the turtles or the lords there, but good Guardian's Berry there by Rumpel. Making sure that nobody will have an easy access towards his turtle, and Lancelot will not be able to secure the turtle himself. But what is going on here for SMG? What went wrong? Why are the win conditions not being met yet?
Yeah, because they absolutely need to go as 5, and they need to juggle and layer their stunts. And that's so easy to say, but definitely hard to do, because you're playing against pro players with Purifies, and you don't know what the timing there will be. And it's not like your opponents will just get in front of you and just be stunned up as they take out the Cho. There's the Fatal Links gonna be used, and this is gonna be unpunished. Because that's just Koopa in the end. There is going to be the Divine Judgment, though, but the Blazing Do It to stop this. They'll take on 1. This very well-placed ultimate. There's a wall charge against Mutex, but they are so deep anyways. So that's one thing that they definitely a mistake, I would say, from Geek Fam. So aggressive. But in the end, they will still get the better trade. I'm just amazed that even when they were overly aggressive, still get the turret down. They still get the buffs out, and even with 2 deaths, they still have the better outcome in the end.
A better outcome is always the best outcome here for Geek Fam, and just controlling just making sure that they convert the kills into objectives really prove the point that objectives is how Geek Fam is winning this. And speaking of how they're winning this, catching Malichan might just be a slight opening here for Geek Fam to start pushing up the top lane, but instead they're going to be forcing him back. Turtle is going to be spawning in about 6 seconds. That's going to be the next objective here that once again will be secured by Geek Fam without a problem.
Yeah. So what they did was just to box out their opponents, just to make sure that they get the orange buff, denying it from their opponents, and then get the turtle anyways. I don't think that they really want to get the kill on Malichan, especially because a Fatal Link's flicker would be deadly So they just box him out. Now Dominus, short range falling Star Moon against Neo Chan, but Neo Chan able to run away for sure. Shunpo is not the best against the Esmeralda just because of the extra shields that Esmeralda can get. But that's just a very minor thing.
And I think that Raisha needs to make sure that he catches Claude for that matter. Claude is. I haven't actually seen a very good Divine Judgment here from Raisha just yet to completely shut down this Claude.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the Claude, Soren is having a swell time. 206 Bounty Hunter. And I would reckon so much gold for this guy. He's up at 7.8k. His counterpart is. No, he's at 8k now, and his counterpart is just 7.5. And Smooth X with 6 kills. Even after not having the better control of the map, they still have decent amount of gold for. Actually, not decent. Good amount of gold for this Lancelot. But when it comes to like control of the buffs, that's one thing that they have not been doing a great job at. Probably because Geek Fam has been very good and very apt at making all of these good rotations around those micro objectives, including the buffs.
Yeah, and even though it is a relatively tight scoreline here for both of these teams, it's just the way that Geek Fam rotates across the map that really secured them this 7,000 gold lead for them. They secured the objectives, and just like what you said, they're stealing the buffs away from Smooth. Smooth had 6 kills under his belt, but it's not gonna matter if Zorn is richer than Zorn, than Smooth.
At this point, it's an item that he's ahead. Like Demon Hunter's sword as well as Endless Battle already available for this Claude, and if he gets a golden staff, that's gonna be really bad. And I think the golden staff is already available for this Claude, which at this point they would just make sure that they take advantage of this. SmoothX, it's gonna be the puncture, but it's very unlikely to take it down. Wow. Control from Dominus, really knowing how much range the Stardust Dance has. And honestly, that's not easy to control.
And that is just very good familiarization.
Yes.
This is a 4-man gank onto Raisha. Raisha's not going to be... I gonna not finish that sentence because he manages to survive there.
Yeah.
But still, that is still Raisha out of the count for a couple of seconds, allowing them to secure this early Lord.
2 minutes without the flicker, which means that there's no cheeky Divine Judgment that's gonna happen soon. I guess for 10 minutes, or for 2 minutes. That also means though that they cannot be super duper aggressive. But the fact that the flicker was burned against this Kaja, that's more than good. They're taking care of the buffs again. This is presence of buffs. I mean, game sense, I'd say. As Dominus, you know what? All of the steals, all of the invades, the jungle invades that Geek Fam were able to do allows Dominus, the side laner, to also have buffs, while the main funnel receiver, Soren, is also having his own. And Dominus definitely going to be able to get this for his team. And Mali-chan shows himself. Dominus, just a little bit of blood in there, just poking the Atlas.
You know, it's just a scratch, but a scratch is what's going to be happening at the top lane because the Lord is going to be marching up there. It will fall down without a doubt, and they are focusing, Geek Fam is focusing a lot of attention here over to the bottom lane so that they can have the Lord go for there. There goes the Fatal Links. Not going to be an impactful Fatal Links though because not the Blazing Duet. There goes the ultimate being popped by Isonic as well, and the HPs are low all around for the side of SMG. Lord is going to go down by the hand to Smooth, and they're still fighting. Neo-chan manages to take that Rumple. I don't think it's going to be enough because Arts, Zoraveki, and Dominus are still up. Dominus, though, is low on HP.
Oh, he wins the duel with just one dodge! And there is a better dodge, however, with the Thorn Bros. It was really close. I thought the Dominus had it in his hands, but he had, Lancelot had 2 teammates. Look at Arts, the burst down against the Kadita. I'll take out the Ocean Elf. I don't know. the mermaid, I'd say,
She,
and punish him now.
she, there's no such thing as an ocean elf.
Now there is.
Now there is. Okay. Wolf 2020 ocean elf exists.
I swear to God, I want to say mermaid, but ocean elf is what came to my mind.
I mean, her headdress isn't. They're
No,
not elf.
don't defend. Don't try to defend me. Let's just move on.
All right, look, let's. Well, she's not a mermaid though.
She's not a mermaid though. Okay,
But
so
she's
that's
not.
one thing.
Maybe she's like Aquaman. You know, just a person that. Maybe she's the Avatar. She's a waterbender. There you go.
Yeah, a waterbender, and a little bit of air bending in there. She floats, but yeah. Ocean elf. Ocean elf. Ocean elf. Ocean elf.
Ocean Elf, okay. And Ocean Elf is gonna be not gonna be able to defend this top lane turret as Geek Fam eyes out the base. No minions available for the push, and this is Neo-chan being zoned out. There goes the wild charge connecting onto two.
Wow.
A lot of HP's falling down. Ultimate's gonna get popped by Isonic, and then Smooth's gonna try. Will actually be able to take down Arts, but the HP's are low here for the side of SMG, and they are fighting it back, getting two members down,
Dominus.
make it 3.
A big punish in there, of course. We were saying if there's a good layering of stuns from the side of their opponents. I mean this is really doable, I'd say, for red side. And you can see that in a good layering of stuns like the Fatal Links, but more importantly, better decision on when Raisha will just use that Divine Judgment. Perfectly done against Sorn. And if you recall, suppression doesn't can no longer be outplayed by a purifier or dispelled by a purifier. There was one time where you can preemptively use purify with just a little bit of a heads up, so you can stop the divine judgment, but it's no longer possible to do that. That's why Sorn was caught and the damage was there. A little bit of carelessness, I'd say, for Geek Fam. Nevertheless, they still lead by a lot. So it's not like it's just one team fight to turn the fight around. But I would say that if that happens twice in a row from now, can give it back to, I'd say, to the red side.
Yeah, and Smooth has already
SMG.
locked in the Berserker's Fury.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to be a problem in a team fight. He'll be able to dish out damage. And speaking of dishing out damage,
Wow,
almost
nice
falls
flicker
down
out.
to Arts. Yeah.
Very nice flicker because he knows that Smooth will go upwards. Cyclone Eye gonna be used, but Thornrose is there. This means though that middle lane is quite open. Unless of course Lancelot is given a free pass to just recall back. I like the discipline. He didn't go for a steal of the purple buff, even when the purple buff is just right in there. So that means that he will be able to defend with his team now. But that also means that Geek Fam will get, again, all the rotations of the buffs, giving 2 of their cores full packed now. Wow, that was a big swing in terms of XP.
Very, very big swing. And everybody, but you know, considering the fact that everybody's max level now, it's going to be a battle of micro here for the side of Team SMG because they, just like what you said, they need to layer the stuns properly. I feel like Raisha should not be committing with the Divine Judgment early on to the team fight. And as I say that, there comes a team fight. Oh, they all got deleted by that.
Oh, and the Falling Storm as well, and the Blazing Duel with all of the AoE skills. Nomad, they're just getting it through all the time, pulling it through this time. 2 kills, and now they find SmoothX. And even just the cannons enough to take out the base. I'm sorry, Nomad, but that was just so well done from the Grok that I lost it, man. I just lost it. It was so good.
So good. Very good, in fact, that they managed to secure game number 1. And that is what we would say, the safest composition that they could go for.
Yeah. But like at least that we can say that this was a closer game. And a different approach, definitely from SMG. A little bit of a standard approach.